Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the Beehive. Thank you for joining Hera and I on our short walk. Hera, sit. 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 Say hello. Hello everybody. Hope you're well. I take her on the short walks and her dad takes her on the longer ones into the woods because she likes to roll in fox poop, which isn't very pleasant. So I'll leave that to him to stop her. Anyway, as you know, a while ago I explained we would tell you the story of how the queen bees actually began, and that we had a big brother and a cousin. Now our big brother, King Bee, is the one and only Mr. Paul Thorpe. Now, I'm sure Mrs. T will totally agree that he is only King Bee in name, that the queens rock the hive. And then we also have a good friend, like a cousin, obviously not blood related, the one and only Mr. Richard Inman. Anyway, how our story began was about 3 years ago. A lady contacted Paul while he was on his live, and she was explaining to him how she lives in London, how she doesn't like to go out because the demographics have changed and that knife crime has increased, you know, the old stabby. Hence, he asked if some of his female subscribers would start a little chat, a safe place for her to go and talk if she felt the need to, because she was also terribly concerned about her son. Now this lady never came back, never came to the channel, the little group, and there was originally 10 of us, but 3 of the bees had to leave for reasons of their own. Anyway, it left 7 of us, and we've been together for 3 years, and as I say, we're more like sisters. There is Claire, Sharon, Chloe, Alison, Catherine, Lindsay and myself, and we all play our part in the channel. It's really sad, really, if you think about it, how times have changed. Yes, times change, of course times change. Technology gets better, children get older, you know, you work, you retire, lots of things happen in your life. But how terrible it is that people are so scared, and how if you speak about it, you're basically called a bunch of racists, which isn't true, because I can assure you every single one of the people in the hive or visit the hive, in the 9 of us, have got the receipts to prove that we're no racists. We just believe in fairness across the board, and we believe in working for what you get and contributing into society and following the laws and the rules. And then, yes, of course, people are welcome here, guests are welcome in. But it seems now that they don't want to follow the rules. Not all of them, but a lot of them want to take over. And there are some people out there that really can't understand that this is fact. There is factual evidence on this. And it's just really sad. We worry for, you know, the children's future. So we will keep speaking out, no matter what the cost to us. Why shouldn't we? We're not saying anything bad. We're just stating facts and how it is. But anyway, bit off path. So it's because I saw some children playing in the playground, so innocent, so happy. And if we don't stand up and speak out and stop this nonsense and stop the infighting, they are going to have one hell of a future. And I don't mean in a good way. And that's just not right, because it's not their decision to make, it's ours. And what right do we have to put our kids and our grandkids' futures, all kids' futures, and make it a future like that? We don't. Our job as a community, as a country, is to protect the most vulnerable in society. Anyway, still off track. So that's a little story of how the queen bees actually came about. Now, we have all different skills. So I'm a balloon artist and a trained florist. I also have a COSH certificate, so I can actually train cleaning science. We have upcyclers, we have history buffs, we have bees that done a 2-year law degree, we have carers. As I said, just a normal bunch of girls doing day-to-day jobs, living day-to-day lives, and just have built such a strong friendship. And I really, truly and honestly, when you get to know them, I don't think you'll be disappointed. And I think you will be quite happy to know them. Personally, I'm proud to know them. Now, some of you might not, we don't all agree. And we don't all have to agree, that's fine. That's just life. But anyway, this is the story of the queen bees, how we got together, who our big brother and cousin is, and we are really blessed to know him, both of these good men, and I'm sure that we will all be friends for the rest of our life. And this is how the beehive was created, so we could invite more people whilst keeping ourselves and our family safe. Anyway, back home now. She wants a drink. I want my usual cuppa. So please like, subscribe and share. Tatty bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your day.